Hey, thank you for joining my channel, the Tech High Priest. Today I'll be showing you how to recover the root password for your Red Hat Enterprise Linux operating system. Now, if you are taking the Red Hat Engineering exam or Certified System Administration exam, you would have to actually try to recover the root password before you can even see your exam questions. Or if you've just forgotten the password of your operating system and now you cannot control your server, this is how you break into the server and you recover the root password to be able to do your work. So the first thing first, this is my system and it's a Red Hat 10. And I don't know how to log into it because I cannot remember my password. I'll go ahead and I just power off the system. I'll just shut it down and let me click on power off, hit the power off button, and I'm just going to power it off. It's going to be a very quick power off. Then the next thing I will do is, if your machine is already powered off, I will go ahead and try to put it on. When you put it on, everything is going to move on really fast. If your machine displays the GRUB menu, that is good. You will just hit letter E, E for Eagle, to start editing the GRUB configs. Or if it doesn't give you that GRUB menu, you hit the escape button, the very first key on your keyboard, escape ESC, to go ahead and begin the changes. I'm going to power on the system. And I'm going to hit the escape button. I hit the escape button, and it brought me straight to the GRUB menu. And if you're at the GRUB menu, the very first one is what you want, right? That's your present operating system. And it says to hit the E key. We look over here, E to edit. So I'm going to go and click in there, hit E to edit, and it brings me to the screen. On the screen, I'm going to go right down to where I see the option that says Linux. You see Linux, this line that says Linux, and I'm just going to, let me see if I can point with my pointer. You look at Linux, and this line begins from here, and it goes down to where you see quiet. I'm just going to go right to the end of that line that says quiet. I go to the end of the line. And when I get to quiet, I would write init is equal to /bin/bash. That's all you have to do. The next thing we have to do is to reboot the system. We have to hit Control X or F10, but I'll just do Control X. That's easy for me. Control and X, and that reboots the system. This is gonna take your system to a run level 1, to the root run level 1 interface where we can make changes on the operating system. So be patient and we'll see that happen. Now, there we go. Now, if you look on my screen, I've appeared here on a bash screen, just bash. So the first thing I will do is I want to remount my root file system to make sure that it is read and write so I can make changes on it. And so I'm going to say mount -O for options, remount, make sure I spell it correctly, remount, comma, read, write, and then I put in a / and then I hit enter. That's successful, okay? And the next thing to do now is just to change your root password, right? Pass WD, and you hit enter, and then give the new password. Then I'll repeat the password again. Okay, it doesn't like my password because it's so weak, but I don't care. I just repeated the password and it's successful. Good. So the last thing to do is I'm going to create a hidden file within my root file system. And when SELinux, which is Security Enhanced Linux, finds that file, it's going to relabel the file system and permit my password change to work. But if you don't understand much about SELinux, don't worry about that. Just follow the process. So I'm going to come here and I will say touch under my root file system, period, no space, auto relabel. That's all you do. You say auto relabel, and then I hit enter. And now I'm just going to go ahead and reboot the operating system. So I'm going to say exec /sbin /init. And I hit enter. That is going to reboot the OS and it's going to do a relabel. And we're going to try to log in immediately after that is done. And it just depends on the speed of your system. It might be slow for you. For me, it's been very, very fast. And it's just like absolutely straight to the point. Now we can clearly see that my system is booting. And if you want to see the boot messages, you can hit the escape button. You should be able to show you what's happening in the background if you want to see that. This is what's happening, and I'm on my login screen. Now, I did not change my normal user password. It was mostly my root password. So I'll click here, not listed, and then I'm going to write root. And then that's the password I created. And you can clearly see that login was successful. I'm inside of my operating system using my root password. So it's really easy to reset your root password. With Red Hat 9, the process is different. They use rd.break, but it's really simple and straightforward with 10. And this should definitely work with CentOS Stream 10 and things like Amazon Linux 10, those versions of the operating system that get their packages from Red Hat. So thank you so much for watching. Hey, don't forget to go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video.